Stretch 9. Calves. This exercise will focus on your calves. Like the adductors, both the legs are done at once. We will start by showing the strength and resistance stretch movements and then aerobically train the muscle group. To begin, we will start down on our hands and knees on the floor. Now, we will pop up so that we are in a V, like downward dog in yoga, and make sure that your hands and feet are both about shoulder width apart. In this position, you want the flexion at your pelvis, meaning you want the feeling of your belly button being pulled to your thighs. This takes practice, and your hamstrings, calves, and lower back all have to be flexible, so be patient. You also want the legs to be almost straight with just a slight bend in the knees so they aren't hyperextended, but you don't want them to be too bent. If the legs are extremely bent, this could be due to tight hamstrings, calves, or a combination of other muscle groups limiting the range, so stick with it. During this exercise, you might feel the stretch in the calves, hamstrings, or behind the knees. Start with your head pulled into your chest and heels on the ground or as close as they go. From here, use your hands to pull you forward as if you're trying to touch your toes so that your shoulders are in line with or slightly above your wrists and your chest is arched up, not rounded. You should now be on your toes. If this hurts your wrists, you can put yoga blocks underneath your hands or do a fist. Now release and go back. Pull yourself forward to repeat. To resist and stretch your calves, start with your shoulders in line with or slightly ahead of your wrists, not so much that you are falling forward, chest arched up and up on your toes. From here, use your hands to push yourself back onto your heels, stretching out your calves, and then, leaving your hands where they are, bring your head into your chest in order to get a chest stretch. Release and repeat where you start arched up and use your hands to push you back. Remember to have the feeling of pulling your belly button towards your thighs and continue to work on flexing your pelvis without rounding your back. Now, to do this aerobically, we start back and pull forward, and keep pulling forward while using our hands to push us back. You can hold this stretch at the end for a few seconds before pulling forward again. This stretch is really designed to be done aerobically, and is a nice variation of the traditional calf stretches that you typically see performed.